Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. It's going to be a crime hour. We're going to see what crimes need to be exposed at this time. Keep in mind it's general. Some parts may resonate, others may not. All right, it could be past, present, or future. You will know best how this resonates for you, okay? Now, for those of you that would like an individual or a personal crime reading, I'm gonna add, or I have added more of those. I have a limited amount of personal readings that I'm doing until the end of the year, but since the crime readings or the crime hours were the first ones to sell out, I will be adding more of the crime readings and then taking off some of the other ones because nobody wants a love reading these days. So I'll take out those, but I'll add more crime readings in case you want a personal reading. Okay, I have, like I said, a limited amount that are available until the end of the year. And then I'll see when next year I'll open those back up again for those of you that would like one. All right, so with that being said, the energy right now, it feels a bit janky. Like it feels like some sort of a recalibration is going on, okay? So you know how when you're in a roller coaster and it's like getting ready to start moving and then it like stops and moves forward and you go left and right and like that's kind of what it feels like. All right, it feels a bit like spirit's trying to tell you something and then you're not quite hitting it, and then it's like you pull back and it's like, no, not that way, and then to the left and to the right, and it's like, okay, now move forward, and it's like, not that either, and it's like some sort of a recalibration. I don't know. Yeah, let's see what this is. What is the crime that wants to be exposed today here from the Holy Spirit? What is the crime that needs to be exposed right now? Okay, this has to do... Oh, look! There it is, the criminal at the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Swords. Okay. So we have some people arguing, fighting. There's some sort of conflict breaking out about a bad strategy, all right? Or somebody didn't see something coming here. Something wasn't logical, practical. Something was maybe messy or not productive. This could even be about somebody making a mistake. It's making me feel like people fighting or arguing about a mistake, or somebody not being an expert at something, or not being like careful enough. I don't know, something like that. The Four of Pentacles reverse, having to release something. I mean, if we are going into like the energy of a crime hour, this kind of feels like somebody doing something, committing some sort of a crime, but in a careless manner where mistakes are made and something isn't planned out perfectly. So it's like an argument breaking out of confirmation about having to let go of something or get rid of something. It's given me like a computer or something technical, right? So like somebody that thinks that they're like the smartest super hacker in the world, right? They think that they're the smartest computer nerd in the whole world, ends up making some sort of a mistake or something like that. And then the argument is like, you need to get rid of the computer, or that's kind of what this gives me, all right? Like, you need to get rid of this right now because this was lazy, or this was not perfect. You're not an expert. I don't know, something like that. Let's see, what's the Knight of Pentacles reverse? Yeah, look, something about some sort of communication or information coming in that makes someone feel stuck in their head or trapped in their head, or they're like, this could send us to prison. This could send you to jail, right? This could get you stuck in some sort of way. The Six of Pentacles, or having to give something to someone, having to turn something over. Yeah, was that my light in the hallway? I think it was. turns off and on randomly by itself, right? Somebody is stressed out and worried. So this could be about somebody asking for some sort of evidence, like, we need this from you, we need you to turn this in. And this news makes someone feel trapped and stuck because they're like, well, I can't hide something, or something wasn't done perfectly, or something wasn't strategized well. What's the Five of Wands? The Ace, yeah, fighting about some sort of evidence, something tangible, some sort of a device, or something that you can hold in your hand, some sort of evidence. They're stressed out. Nine of Swords, again, they're terrified, stressed out, really worried about some evidence. The Nine of Cups, having to do with wish fulfillment or desires or satisfaction, some sort of indulgence. Okay. What's the Four of Pentacles reverse? Yeah, this is, look at that. Four of Swords in reverse, Eight of Cups, Seven of Wands in reverse. This is really like someone that feels like they can't defend what is on this thing. They don't have a good defense. It's really keeping them up at night. They're worried, they're stressed. They want to find a way to just disconnect from it or just leave it behind. They don't want to deal with it. They need to get rid of it. I mean, this is really like, I need to get rid of this. I need to let this go. I need to find a way to release myself from this. I just need to walk away from it. I can't defend whatever this is. I can't defend it. It's really, someone is really stressed out about this evidence because there's something that they can't erase or they can't delete. It's kind of like, I don't know why I'm getting this, like, well, I don't really know how that works. Maybe one of you guys can put it in the comments that live in red states where, you know, having a weapon is normal, I guess, right? But something about like, isn't it that certain bullet casings can be traced back to a certain serial number or something like that? It's giving me something like that where there's evidence and it can be linked to, let's say, a serial number, and it's like, no, we got to get rid of this because this is going to be an obvious link, right? I mean, it could even be something like a MAC address. I don't know why I'm getting serial number. Or like an online ID, or there's something, it's like undeniable to this exact thing. It's a match or something like that. So tell me more about this Knight of Pentacles reverse. The Four of Cups. Yeah, somebody is upset, all right? They feel dissatisfied. They don't like this. They know that there's no way around it. It's a real deep feeling of dissatisfaction and just, oh. And I feel like it's two people having this conversation. I mean, it could be more, but I feel like there's two people. Where one person confronts the other one and is like, you need to get rid of this right now. It's linked to you. And they're like, how could you be so careless and make this stupid mistake? You made a stupid mistake. Oh, I can't believe I'm connected to you, idiot, right? It's like something like that. High Priestess. Who is this person? The Magician. It's someone who thought that they were a master at something, or they could create something, or a creator of some sense, or like a creative is what I'm getting. Like someone who might see themselves as being very gifted in a certain, I'm getting like that energy of like a hustler, right? Someone who thinks that they can make anything happen or they can do anything. I mean, this could really have something to do with computers, right? Like someone could be a wizard at something or like really gifted at something. Tell me more about this Eight of Swords. The Two of Wands, yeah, a choice that someone made. It's like, this is going to get us trapped. This is going to get us stuck, this choice. The Seven of Cups, someone is confused. They don't know what to do. They're looking at their options. Yeah, but it's a whole fight that broke out about this, all right? Tell me about this. Triggers in reverse, turmoil, karmic relationship in reverse. Someone's trying to avoid the trigger. Someone didn't learn their lesson. Letting go and loving you. So somebody doesn't want to let go of something. They want to avoid the trigger, but they don't want to have to let go of something. So is this like some sort of sentimental value or... Okay. The runner. Yeah, someone's like, we need to run away right now. Fear of intimacy, listening to ego. We need to run away. We need to get away. What is this about? A wealthy man in reverse. So someone that did something out of greed. Or someone that might feel like whatever this is tied to a lot of money, so they don't want to get rid of it because it's like a big investment or there's a lot of money in it or... All right, what's the 501? Yeah, it's a group of false persons having an argument. Or they're fighting because they thought someone would be hidden or their identity would be masked or like... And they don't want to be under judgment. They're going to be under judgment for this. They don't want to be judged, all right? What is this? Tell me why these people fighting or what they're so stressed out about. This will be their painful ending. Ten of Swords. This will be their painful ending. Yeah, some sort of a communication, a message. Information, communication, a message. They don't want to be under judgment. It's a fight breaking out, an argument. Communication about an argument, a fight, a painful ending. Let's see, Four of Pentacles reverse. The Three of Swords reverse. It's like letting go of this is the only way to heal. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is giving me like a moment of panic, okay? Like something being communicated and it's a moment of panic. The Chariot could have something to do with driving or traveling or someone getting like pulled over, maybe by the cops or... And the truth is now coming to light. Or they have to let something go because they don't want things to come to light. They don't want people to find something out. About what? About someone being stabbed in the back. Is this a weapon? Look, it's a knife on here. A shocking attack and a weapon. So is it a weapon? I don't know. All right. I mean, the only person we have out here up until now is a Queen of Wands. The Hermit. Yeah, something about keeping a secret or doing something in secret or something is a secret. Someone is hiding something. All right. has to do with someone being sad. Sad about an offer, sad about some sort of good news, or sadness about a child, or what is that about? Someone doesn't like someone. I like you in reverse. Some sort of sadness about not liking someone. Okay. A gift. This has to do with somebody receiving a gift from someone, giving a gift to someone, not being concerned about something that was given. They don't want to be concerned about handing something over. They don't want to be concerned about giving something to someone. What is this, like replacing something, or was something replaced? Page of Cups in reverse. They don't want to give something to someone. They don't want to give someone good news, or that's the truth. The truth about some rejection. This has to do with someone being, is this about a car? Someone being stressed out and worried about a car? About traveling? Or is this like getting pulled over by the cops? Getting pulled over by the cops? Or somebody stressed and worried about some sort of drugs in the car, or... Huh. Okay, what am I missing? Something, look, Two of Pentacles. Something is replaced. Something was replaced. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Temperance in reverse, because one thing they can't balance out. One thing they can't balance, so they had to replace it. So the evidence, they didn't want to turn this in because it would implicate them, so they wanted to replace it. Like the Queen of Swords, like I said, it's like they don't want to turn in the gun with the serial number on it, so they find one that doesn't have that serial number on it or something like that. The Four of Wands, a home, an address. Something about someone's home or an address. And a breakup. Lovers in reverse, a breakup. This has to do with a group of people trying to find a solution in an investigation, or something about looking into something, working on something for a long time. With a house, with a property. What is someone so stressed out about here? Worried about? A child. A child? Their child? Change. A car. Stressed out about a child and stressed out about a car. Change. CH. Okay. Let's get in the crime cards, guys. I don't know. We'll see what this is here. So who is this person that made a careless mistake here? Knight of Pentacles reverse. Bacteria, virus, or mold? A virus, a mold, pressing charges, a wire. Someone pressing charges, a wire. Abuse. Burned or destroyed, sabotage. Yeah, see, that's what I was getting at the very beginning, this energy of wanting to burn or destroy something here because of someone pressing charges on a wire. This is good. Oh, somebody that was wearing a wire. Talking about something being burned or destroyed because of someone wanting to press charges. This has to do with a power of attorney and K. A neighbor that's a stalker. This has to do with a neighbor that's a stalker. Or this has to do with your stalker? A neighbor. A stalker and a neighbor. This has to do with a stalker from the south and a ring or jewelry. Your stalker from the south trying to sabotage something with ring or jewelry. This has to do with someone wearing a wire, talking about wanting to burn or destroy something because of someone wanting to press charges. A deal. And with a doctor. A deal with a doctor? And a hitman. A hit. B, jurisdiction. This has to do with someone changing the jurisdiction of something. B. Your stalker from the south, or a stalker, your stalker, changing jurisdiction of something because of something being destroyed, burned or destroyed. Okay. This is good news. Why is this good news? Because they tried to say you had an affair. Okay, this is this thing again. This thing where they tried to say that, so you have a restraining order against a stalker, and they tried to say you were having an affair with them, okay? And this has to do with an international bank account number and an IP address. Okay. K, job or business, third party. A third party has a job or a business, or it has to do with a job or a business, and this person wanting to be your third party or saying something about having an affair. K. Okay, what else? Why is this being brought up? Because it's gossip and slander. That's the sign or the message? That's the sign and the message. This is gossip and slander. E, K. K has come out twice. It's gossip. The sign or the message is it's gossip and slander because your stalker is trying to say they're your affair. Okay, and this has to do with a doctor. Being a hitman? And someone trying to change. Is yours, so hold on. So this could be like an old stalker, like someone that you haven't even seen in what, 10 years? This person is still your stalker, still to this fucking day, or what? It has to do with an international bank account number. NK. Huh? A deal of a financial crime deal, heart chakra. A financial crime with K? A financial crime international bank account number? A deal. Is someone being a prosty? Now their plan is backfiring. Now their plan is backfiring because something was supposed to be a secret. Hacker. Secret Wi-Fi hacker. Secret Wi-Fi hacker is now backfiring. And that's what I was kind of getting at the beginning. A secret Wi-Fi hacker. This has to do with someone wearing a wire. Somebody wanted revenge for a breakup. Somebody wanted revenge for a breakup. So your stalker wanted revenge after your breakup by claiming that you had an affair with them. Revenge for a breakup. And this has to do with selling something. Male and driving under the influence. Driving under the influence and male. A divorce warning. Somebody warning someone about a divorce or warning someone to get a divorce. Malicious, this was malicious intent. So somebody that wanted to warn someone about something was malicious intent because of a secret Wi-Fi hacker. And now the plan is backfiring. This is something national. This has to do with meeting someone in clothes. A meeting in someone's clothes with a death certificate. Okay, wait a minute. Let's back up. Hold on. This is a lot of information in all different kinds of directions. So, who is this person here that feels like they've made a bad mistake? A careless, messy mistake. Is it the secret Wi-Fi hacker or what is it? A secret mistake, something with a stalker. And having an affair with your stalker. Okay. Witchcraft. A divorce. Water. Or WW and a divorce. Witchcraft divorce? Did someone try and say that you did a spell on someone, like a divorce spell or a breakup spell or something like that? Okay. This has to do with a cleaning service. An affair. K. An affair. Mental illness K. Why does K keep coming out? K has come out 3 times, 4 times. Something about having an affair. K saying someone is mentally ill. Maybe someone tried saying you're mentally ill because of witchcraft or bacteria, virus, or mold. So something, this has come out twice. So something that they did with bacteria, virus, or mold didn't work. This plan was a stupid plan because of a drug test. This has something to do with a car. Third eye cartel. K-A-A-K. K-A-A-K. And something about a car. Trace back cryptocurrency warrant. Yeah, so something about Wi-Fi hacking. Now we have cryptocurrency. Something about something backfiring on them because it can be traced back. And this all ties in with it being a stupid plan because of an affair and a divorce. What is that about? High Priestess in reverse. Someone being a dark High Priestess and the Ace of Wands. Is this, what is this? Is that a one-night stand or the King of Cups, the Devil in reverse? So something about their stupid plan was to say that you had an affair, or you had a one-night stand with someone, or you had an affair or something like that. What's this? Ace of Wands. Photographs, because of action that they took with photographs or with a document or screenshots, pictures, a signature, maybe a document. Yeah, not somebody that you don't talk to. You don't talk to this person. You avoid this person at all costs. So, okay, so what I'm getting here is that the stupid plan was to claim in the first place that you were having an affair with your stalker that you don't talk to and you have a restraining order against. Okay, or you just ignore at all costs because they're a stalker and they won't leave you alone. So that was the stupid mistake. That's where they fucked up, is that they tried to create a fake affair with your stalker. Or they tried to say that that's what was going on. Yeah, that is stupid. You're right. That is really stupid. That is actually really stupid. So I'm just not sure who tried saying this. Who tried saying that you were having an affair with your stalker? Was it your stalker that was going around saying this? Or was it other people trying to create this? I'm not sure. Who was trying to say this? This has to do with the choice that they made, all right? Or a plan that they had, a leap of faith that they took, a risk that they took here. To say that there was a betrayal. To say that there was a betrayal or an affair with your stalker. Yeah, a third party. Yo, yes, lying. Look at that, lying. Lying about somebody coming towards someone, giving someone an offer. Yeah, that was stupid. You're right. That was really stupid. Okay, and now they're under judgment because that is so stupid. I don't know who it was that said this. I don't know if your stalker is involved in this, all right? But yeah, that was stupid. Because why the hell would you go around someone that is stalking you and threatening your life, yo? Because of K. Who is K? Bacteria, virus, or mold. K, bacteria, virus, or mold. This is over and over and over and over again. What does this mean? K, bacteria, virus, or mold. What is that? Why do you keep showing me that over and over again? Prosty, international bank account number. What? PayPal, paying for a prosty? Paying for a prosty has to do, somebody sending someone money for a prosty? Paying for a prosty has to do with K and bacteria, virus, or mold. Undercover, Z, store employee, somebody that went undercover as an employee, or somebody that is undercover at a store, Z. Privacy invasion caseworker, somebody that is working the case of some sort of privacy invasion, or this has to do with a caseworker that invaded someone's privacy by going undercover. This has to do with somebody committing perjury with amphetamines. Somebody lying under oath when it comes to amphetamines. Who's that about? A hotel. Something going on at a hotel with sacral energy. So some sort of prosty thing. So somebody claimed they committed perjury under oath by lying about something happening at a hotel with a prosty. Yeah, that's the testimony they made. Okay, so somebody made a testimony and lied under oath about amphetamines and someone being a prosty. Who the fuck was this? Who lied under oath about that? What? Somebody is now under judgment because this was a missed opportunity, or someone never took this action, or they shouldn't have taken this action. It's a missed opportunity. They're under a King of Swords in reverse. Somebody lied. Someone is a liar. They lied about this. Now they're under judgment for lying. And yeah, this is a failure. Somebody lied under oath about amphetamines, about someone being a prosty at a hotel. This has to do with someone working a case. KZ, bacteria, virus, or mold. Who's this King of Swords in reverse? Main male in the reverse. So this is the, okay, so let me guess. This is the same person that tried saying you had an affair with your stalker? This person lied under oath about amphetamines. They lied under oath about someone being a prosty at a hotel, and they lied under oath about your stalker. And now they're realizing this was stupid as hell, because why the fuck would you have an affair with your stalker? Is that really what this is? Like, G, setup, G, custody, corrupt. This was a setup with a G for custody because somebody is corrupt. Somebody was trying to change something here with a child. So is this about trying to get custody of a child? Okay. Trying to set someone up as a prosty to get custody of a child. not home. This has to do with you not being home or someone not being home. GU. When someone was not home. C, an account or an accountant. C, an account. Taxes. This has to do with an accountant and taxes. An accountant and taxes. Okay. That's the sign or the message. Again, with the E. That's the sign or the message about E. What do you mean, E? That's the sign of the message about why E said somebody is a third party? Is E the person? Who's E? Who's E? E is somebody connected to a lot of money. 10 of Pentacles. Somebody connected to an inheritance. The Emperor. This has to do with a breakup. A breakup and somebody not loving someone, or a breakup and somebody not loving someone. Is this a father? This has to do with a plant, Empress and an Emperor. Is this someone's parents? Talking about someone's plans, talking about the future, plans. Talking, is it a mother and a father? And a broken family, something about a divorce, a broken family, breaking up a family, talking about someone's plans. What are you trying to tell me with this? King of Cups. I'm confused. Hold on. What are you trying to tell me with this Emperor and Empress here? This has to do with a landlord and a prosecutor or district attorney. This is how a landlord and a neighbor are figuring out everything about your plans for the future, or cryptocurrency and a cleaning service. When the deal that was made with clothes and witchcraft because of a financial crime. A deal that was made with clothes and witchcraft. What was the deal that was made with clothes and witchcraft? For money, stability, security for money. Because somebody was not indulging. Okay, hold on. What exactly are you trying to tell me about? Something about K and bacteria, virus, or mold. That keeps coming out over and over again. And something about calling you a prosty, or saying someone is a prosty, trying to set you up like this. And this has to do with K, bacteria, virus, or mold. What exactly are you trying to tell me here? That they can't defend themselves now because you're not doing something evil, you're not demonic, you're not doing something toxic. You're not, they can't manipulate this. They can't defend themselves. And witchcraft. Is that about doing some sort of spell work? Justice. Something is going to be made fair. Something is being made right. Or something is done for justice. Or the Hanged Man in reverse. They're stuck now. Somebody is stuck. They're trapped because of justice. Something isn't evil, malicious here. See. Something about being a prostitute. Look at this. Somebody invaded your privacy to say that you're a prostitute. This was a deal that they made with your sacral energy. A deal to invade your privacy and say you're a prostitute. Your neighbor, your fucking stalking ass, weird creep ass neighbor. Your neighbor is a fucking disgusting creep. All right? Your neighbor, someone's neighbor is a fucking disgusting, weird ass creep that invaded your privacy because they made a deal with someone to say that you're a prostitute. All right? Your fucking weird ass, creep ass neighbor. Because they wanted to sabotage something with a pharmacy, or something was sabotaged because of a pharmacy, and a prosecutor or a district attorney, F, CF, dealer, counterfeit. Something about someone being a dealer is counterfeit, or they made a deal to counter something. A deal to counter something. GU. Because of GU? Who's GU? Your fucking weird ass neighbor creep or what? Undercover cocaine. Undercover cocaine. A lawyer. Undercover lawyer. Okay. Somebody is being two-faced and deceptive about P. That's why somebody is being two-faced and deceptive about P. A lawyer. Because this person is a fucking creep that invaded your privacy. Oh, it doesn't matter. This has to do with an XL. Somebody's ex, PL. What does someone's ex have to do with? So what does your stalking ass ex have to do with this creepy ass neighbor? What's the connection? That someone is a mole or informant in the system that is supporting someone. So your creepy ass weirdo neighbor is a mole or informant in the system, or working together with your stalking ass ex, and they're supporting each other by stalking you and invading your privacy. With a camera. That is fucking disgusting. This has to do with opioids, pharmaceutical drugs, and organized crime. What the fuck? Sexting. Or wait a minute, wait, you know what else I'm getting here? So if your neighbor, if you have a neighbor that's a creepy ass incel, a fucking weirdo creep invading your privacy, with a camera. Is this person now trying to blame, like if they know, let's say they know you have an ex that's a stalker, are they now trying to blame your ex for what they did because they know your ex is a stalker? You get what I'm saying? I am not sure that they're connected. For some reason, I feel like your neighbor is a fucking weirdo creep. All right? Who could be a fucking little hacker boy incel. And they know you have a stalking ex, so now they're trying to blame your ex for what they did. Is that what this is? G. This has to do with a prosecutor and a district attorney, a lawyer. This has to do with a lawyer, GF. This has to do with GF. G and F going to a prosecutor or district attorney, a lawyer. Organized crime. Car. L. Cold case. This case with a car. Oh, that's why they didn't know this is your stalker. X. So you must have a case somewhere getting pulled over in the car. Maybe when you were younger, all right? Someone here got pulled over by the cops in the car, and this could be with your ex that isn't your stalker, all right? So there must be like a police file, a cold case police file from, I don't know, however long this was ago, okay, a long time. So whoever is trying to, the mole or informant in the system, your neighbor or someone that's connected to your neighbor, trying to get out of their own shit show, find out that 10 years ago or whatever, you got pulled over by the cops in a car with your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, whoever this is, right? Your stalker. This person doesn't know that they're your stalker or that you have a restraining order against them, or they don't know everything that transpired. I guess all they know is that at some point all those years ago, you got pulled over by the cops with this person in the car, all right? So they try to use this person for their setup, trying to blame this ex or whatever, I guess, on everything that's going on, not realizing that this is your stalker and you have a restraining order. I mean, is that really what this is? They've just pulled a random person out of a police file that's really old and they're, oh, we'll just use this person. That's what they did. Or that's how they found this person's name. That's where they got this. If that's the question, where did they even find this person or figure out that this is your ex? It's a police file. It must be a police file where you got pulled over by the cops in the car with this person a long time ago. Broker, BR, broker. Foul play, money laundering. Because of something being foul play with some sort of money laundering. Trafficking. A weapon. Trafficking a weapon? Trafficking a weapon. 1. Throat chakra cover up. It's something that they're trying to cover up about what happened back then. Trafficking. So they could be trying to say that you got pulled over with this person all that time ago because of some sort of trafficking. But hold on, you want me to say what just came to mind? E. This has to do with a narcissist. Video. S. This has to do with a narcissist trying to cover up a video. S-I. A narcissist trying to cover up a video. S-I. A narcissist and a video. Sabotage. S-S-S. Sacral energy sabotage you. What are they saying about this? Hold on. Cocaine? Heart chakra? What? Overdose. Something that they're saying about P. Something is two-faced and deceptive here. Two-faced and deceptive. Privacy invasion, overdose. Or could this be like a file or like a case file that they have also doctored and changed around and changed the dates and changed the times and changed what actually happened and what was found and, you know, something like that. It was something about real estate property. A recording. Something about a recording at a home. A video recording. A video recording at a home. A real estate property. A video recording. What? So I don't know why, but okay. So you know how sometimes like cops will pull you over and they'll find absolutely nothing, but then they'll get kind of angry that they didn't find anything. So then they'll just make up some stupid shit. It's kind of like let's say you have a lighter in your purse that has like a marijuana leaf on it, right? Like just a leaf. It's just a lighter with a marijuana leaf, right? That's it. And they just take apart the whole car, okay, based on this lighter, and they don't find anything at all. It's given me something like that. Like, I don't know why that is important, but okay. Because of something that happened at a real estate property, gossip and slander. Because somebody is using this to create some sort of gossip and slander about what happened at a real estate property. But this is like old, like this feels like very old information that someone pulled up out of a police file. Look at this. Privacy invasion, overdose, P. They were going to try and blame your overdose and the privacy invasion on P, or on the person that you got pulled over by the cops with all those years ago. That's who they were going to blame all of this on, I guess. Root chakra, cocaine, because of money for cocaine. What money for cocaine, yo? This has to do with South America life insurance. Some sort of money for cocaine from South America. Uh-huh. Yes. Yes, weed. Yes, weed. It's about weed. What'd I say? Hold on. So, like I said, you get pulled over by the cops Because you have a marijuana lighter in your car, there's literally nothing in the car. They take apart the car, they strip search you, they get you a cough and everything, and all they find is a fucking lighter with a marijuana leaf on it, right? What the fuck does that have to do with South American cocaine, all right? I mean, this is a bit extreme, don't you think? How do we get from a marijuana lighter to South American cocaine, yo? Yes, weed. Or you know what this could be? Like, let's say someone's trying to trip you up, someone's trying to trick you, and they're trying to set you up. Let's say you have someone around you that's like pretending to be a friend or pretending to be an acquaintance or something like that, and they ask you questions about this past person. They ask you questions about this past relationship and what happened to you back then with this person. And they get you to talk about certain things while they're recording you secretly. And then you're talking about something that happened all the way back then, and is this them cutting up some sort of a video and then saying that you were talking about this or talking about that, when in reality you were saying this and saying that, but they're making it sound like something different? But whatever you're talking about, I feel like there must be some sort of a recording or a video. Whatever you're talking about in this video or in this recording, there is a cold case file that you're referring to where you got pulled over by the cops and searched the car a long time ago with someone that is now an ex-stalker of yours, all right? That's what you're talking about in a video. Now, I don't know what this is, yo. South American cocaine, all right? But I feel like somebody is like clipping things that you said, and they're trying to make it sound like you said something differently, or you were talking about something differently, or talking about someone else, when in reality, you're talking about how they took apart the car, found absolutely nothing, all right? For someone here, you could have even gotten community service. Like, there could be a record of you having community service. South America cocaine, is it cocaine South America, or maybe it's community service? Cleaning service, community service. You got community service for something. Look at this, South America trafficking? What the hell? You were not, look, either it's trafficking a car, yes. But look, okay, so I don't know how like, this reminds me of something. Like, I don't know how, it's really, it's something about, look, the cops, this is what I'm getting. The cops, they didn't find anything, nothing, okay? But there's cops that they get angry when they feel like they've wasted their time. So they will literally just try and pin anything on you. Like recording, video, it could even be something like that, or pictures, camera. It's like, let's say they threaten you and they say, we want to go through your phone. So you give them your phone because you're what, like 18, you're like scared, or maybe you could even be younger, I don't know. And they find a picture of some sort of, I don't know, something on your phone, right? They charge you with that. On your phone, all right? I don't know. Community service, privacy invasion. This has to do with someone doing spell work or doing a spell at work, and forging a signature. So somebody here forged a signature by doing some sort of spell work on something, Why do I feel like they took this report, they changed certain things in the report, and then they pretended that this happened recently when it didn't, or something like that. Like changing the report. Innocent. Because in the original report you were innocent, or they're trying to make themselves look innocent, or like something was innocent. I don't know. Support. Mother. Supporting a mother. M. And a pregnancy. Supporting a mother and pregnancy. This has to do with a mother and a pregnancy. Game over for community service. There's a look, there is a record of you getting community service for something, all right? Or someone got community service for a car traffic stop from the police with an ex that is now a stalker, okay? That is very specific, but that's the message. There's records of this. There's records of this, all right? And for some reason, these records are going to be game over because there's a cop here, or a dirty cop, or a manipulator, or somebody that's forging documents, that's making something look like something it wasn't, or making something look like something different happened, or changing the name, the days, the time, something like that. All right. So something about a child and change, something about when you were younger, like you could have been a teenager, okay? Like a teenager, a child, underage, getting, or maybe it's about the fact that the files are of like underage, like it's not in the adult court system, in the adult police files. Like, I don't even know if that exists, if there's like a differentiation, but something happened when you were maybe underage or considered a minor, getting stopped in the car by the police, or that happened to someone, okay? And for some reason, that community service or that police file is important to understanding how these people even figured out the name of your stalker, or came up with this idea of an affair with your stalker, or why they're trying to blame a stalker for the privacy invasion. It has to do with that police file, okay? Very specific, but I think I'm gonna leave it there. I think I'm actually gonna leave it there. That seemed very detailed. I wasn't expecting that. This has to do with a Gemini. And someone's sister, March. A Taurus, September. And February, June. Okay, so this has to do with a Gemini and a Taurus. A Gemini and a Taurus. All right. So I hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.